Hi everybody, welcome back. Alright, I am continuing my journal flip-throughs. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I have more or less just bookmarked highlights of certain journals just because at this point I've been doing a lot more writing in my journals, and so a lot of my pages are just filled with words, and I just wanted to kind of, keep you from getting bored and just show you some of the highlights of each journal. Number 76 is the next one I'm about to share, and there's really not much to share with you just because I think I had this left over from a pack where I'd used the other two journals for something else. I can't remember. And I found that I really did not like using field notes for journaling, at least not with the pen that I'd been using at the time, which is my Uniball Vision Fine Tip. Field notes, I just feel like tend to bleed a lot with inks, but more recently, like currently as I'm filming this, I have found that field notes does very well with pencil, and so I think for the remaining field notes I will be using pencil to journal, or maybe certain gel pens. But at the time I was using my Uniball Vision, which is more inky, it's not gel, and it didn't do well on this paper. But I loved the field notes. I think it's called the Celestial or the Moon Phase theme. I loved it. I bought a couple packs of those. So number 76. The only thing I really bookmarked out of this was anything Joseph Cornell, who is one of my favorite artists. I absolutely love his work. It's all found objects and using what you have. He did like 3D collages and dioramas and things like that. So anytime I see his work, I always put it into my journals. But that was it. Everything else was just words. I did kind of skip through and use different pens because I was trying to use up pens. But that's number 76. And then 77 to end out the year. And as you can see, to celebrate the Christmas season, I used my 013 insert, my favorite. And here, I love doing just 2-page spreads of images. I love imagery, and I thought that really kind of conveyed the holiday season. I did a lot of just random collaging of papers just because I really wanted to use up a lot of the scrapbook papers that I was hoarding. And it doesn't have to make sense, it doesn't even have to look good. It's just a Mod Podge of different papers that I really liked and that I held on to. So, I don't know, in a way I'm also showing you just like how random some of the things are in my journals, and it doesn't have to be like one way to journal. We went to see the Nutcracker in Bellevue that year. And you'll see different switches of inks. See, I went from like black to red to purple, so I was really using up random pens. We went to Le Panier, I don't know how you pronounce it, to get some pastries because we were there. I don't know why we were there, but we went to the Martin Sailor booth to check them out and see what they had new, the City Fish Co. for some seafood. I got the Civita Day pack from joining the KCTS membership. So they were doing like a thing where if you join now, you got all this stuff from Rick Steves, and I'm a big Rick Steves fan, so I got like all the DVDs, and there were like 3 books included with the package, and then that backpack. Really like this tiny house image. Very simple, very small breakfast nook in the tiny house. I was really missing snow because this was my first Christmas without the look of snow. I didn't miss the cold, but I missed the look of, like, what typical Christmas is in Wisconsin. So I put a little copper brass or whatever bookmark page flag there to kind of make that stand out more. More 2-page spreads of just like wintry images. We went to, oh, this is our mantle. I just had an extra photo so I decided to scrapbook that. We went to my cousin-in-law's Christmas party, so I made the whole cheese plate, of course. And we were making pizza, which is a family tradition. Some tissue paper from something that I'd gotten in the mail, and we went to Ted Baker. Christmas morning, that's us in our pajamas, and talked about that, and a picture of the presents that I got. My brother sent me a Doraemon. I was pretty excited about that. More images of snow. I was really missing the Christmas feeling, I think. So, more of that tissue paper. My present that I'd picked out for myself this year instead of, or for this, you know, this Christmas that I'm talking about right now is the mod case. Instead of having like lots of little presents, I got myself the mod case. And Harrod's tea. My brother sent me Harrod's tea as part of his Christmas gift to me. That was really cool. Started going through more memories and things and just adding them to my journals. So here's a fold out of Elizabeth Taylor, one of my favorite actresses. Playing with color here with different Tim Holtz stains. Debbie Reynolds died. Also one of my favorite actresses. I love her in Singing in the Rain. Love her in that movie. That's my first ever movie that I'd ever seen her in. An old picture of me and my brother and my cousin in Beijing. You got to dress up like the old like princesses and emperors and stuff like that and get a photo. That's my husband with my little second cousin. Is that how it works? When it's your cousin's kid? My gerbil. Sleeping in the wheel. That turned into a bed. We went to the cat cafe and my bunny all spread out and lying flat, so whenever my bunnies do that, I call them ciabatta bunnies, like because they look like ciabatta bread loaves. A very old photo of me for when I first started YouTube, and we were still in our old house back in Milwaukee. Old movie tickets, and an old picture of my cat, my fat cat Nick. And this is a really old photo of my brother and I for when we were, I don't think, like Halloween something. Yeah, it was Halloween. And my brother wore my dad's old military uniform, and I wore my grandma's old like 60s or 70s dress, and they both fit perfectly on us, so we thought that that was really cool. That's it. So that is Journal 76 and Journal 77. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!